This is the story of Peter, a man of 65 years. Peter lives in a small town, a very quiet town. His house, it is full of memories, black and white photos, old records, and tired books. Peter is retired for 2 years now. He has a lot of time, a lot of time, but sometimes he feels a little lonely. Every morning, Peter makes his coffee. Shh, the sound of hot water. He looks out the window and he listens to the silence. But deep in his heart, there is a secret from his youth. Peter wants to speak English. He remembers his grandfather, who came from London. He remembers the music of the words, hello, thank you, my grandson. But when Peter looks in the mirror, he hesitates. He sees his wrinkles, his white hair. He touches his forehead and he thinks, can my brain still learn? English is a difficult language, very difficult. Am I too old? One day, Peter decides to go to the library. He walks slowly on the sidewalk. He sees children running and laughing. He feels a little out of place. In the library, there is a wonderful smell of old books. He looks for the language section, and he finds a blue book, English for Beginners. He opens the first page and he reads Lesson 1, Greetings. Suddenly, a woman approaches. It is Mary, the librarian. Mary is 70 years old, but her eyes shine with youth. She sees the book in Peter's hands. She smiles and she says, that is an excellent choice, Peter. English is a language of the world. Peter looks down, not very sure of himself. I don't know, Mary. Look at me. I'm old. My memory is not the same. Mary puts her hand on Peter's shoulder. She says, softly, Peter, the brain has no age. Learning a language is like opening a window. If you open the window, the sun comes in. It doesn't matter the time. Those words stay in Peter's head. He takes the book and he goes home. That night, Peter does not turn on the TV. He sits at the table, he opens the book, and he says, with courage, hello, my name is Peter. The next morning, Peter wakes up with a new energy. He has a plan, a fun plan. He takes small pieces of white paper and a black pen. He walks to the kitchen and he looks at the table. He writes with care, T-A-B-L-E. He sticks the paper on the wood and he smiles. The table, he says softly. Then he goes to the window. The window, he whispers. His house begins to change. The fridge, the chair, the mirror, the bed. Everything has an English name now. It is fun, but it is also difficult. Peter tries to pronounce the TH in the. He stops and he laughs at himself. I sound like a flat tire, he thinks. But the real challenge comes in the afternoon. Peter decides to go to the coffee shop, the Little London, downtown. He wants to order in English. He arrives at the door. His heart beats very fast. Boom, boom, boom. He sees the waiter. He sees the customers talking. Suddenly, Peter is afraid. What if I make a mistake? Will they laugh at me? He enters with his hands shaking a little. He sits at a small table. The waiter approaches. Hello, sir. What can I get you? Peter takes a deep breath. He looks the waiter in the eyes. He hesitates, but he says, Hello, I would like a coffee, please. The waiter smiles in a friendly way. Of course, sir. Anything else? Peter does not understand everything, but he recognizes the kindness. He answers with pride, A muffin, thank you. The coffee arrives, hot and fragrant. For Peter, it is the best coffee in the world, because this coffee tastes like victory. A few weeks later, Peter returns to the library. He does not return the blue book. He brings a small letter written by hand. He gives the letter to Mary. Mary reads out loud, slowly. "Thank you, Mary. The sun came in through my window." Mary looks at Peter with tears in her eyes. "You did it, Peter." Peter looks at his hands, the hands of a 65-year-old man. They are still old, yes, but now they hold a new world. Peter understands that age is just a number. What matters is the spark in the eyes when we learn. Today, Peter is not just a retired man. Today, Peter is a student, a traveler, a dreamer.
Hello there. Welcome to this special practice session. Today, we're going to push your English a little further using the inspiring journey of Peter. Learning a language is not just about words, it is about courage. Let's practice 3 challenging phrases from our story. In the beginning, Peter was hesitant. He looked in the mirror and asked himself a very difficult question. Listen to the structure here, using can for ability and still for continuity. Repeat after me. Can my brain still learn a difficult language at my age? Excellent. Let's try that one more time, focusing on the flow. Can my brain still learn a difficult language at my age? Wonderful. Using "I would like to order" makes you sound much more fluent. Let's do it again. I would like to order a hot coffee and a fresh croissant, please. To finish, let's practice the most poetic part of Mary's advice. This sentence uses a metaphor to describe the learning process. It's a bit longer, so take a deep breath. Repeat after me. Learning a new language is like opening a window to let the sunlight in. That was a tough one. Let's try to say it more naturally this time, connecting the words. Learning a new language is like opening a window to let the sunlight in. You are doing an amazing job. Remember, as Peter learned, your age is just a number, but your potential is infinite. Keep practicing, keep opening those windows, and I will see you in the next session. Goodbye for now.